everyone! So today's video is going to be a blush video, and I'm so excited to be bringing this to you guys because I love blush. I think it's an accessory. I pick out my blush the same way I picked out these earrings. So I think about what I'm wearing, the color of what I'm wearing, and that's how I decide my blush. I think there's so much more to be considered than what people already talk about. A lot of the time it's limited to like tones, like your skin tone and your hair color and complexion, and to me, I'm more big picture than that, and so at least I wanted to share the way that I think about it to see if that maybe is something you guys wanted to play with and have fun with. I made you guys a little guide that I'll probably put on my Pinterest, and probably I can tweet it too, but I want you guys to be able to save the image so you can reference to it. We'll talk about color a little more down the road in this video. Down the road makes it sound like it's gonna be a 3-hour video. It could be, but we're gonna try not to make it a 3-hour video. These are not rules. I always say this in my makeup videos. There are no rules in makeup. You literally, it is an artistic form. You can do whatever you want. Even when it comes down to talking about colors, you can wear whatever color you want with whatever clothes you're wearing. This is just how to tweak it, like how to make things look a little more aesthetically pleasing to the eye based on how we interpret colors. So that's all this is. You know, just take it for what it is. It's not meant to stress you out or make your life harder. In fact, it's supposed to make your life a lot easier. Yay! Starting with tools, just a quick mention. I'm reaching for them. Here they are. I have mentioned the e.l.f. complexion brush before, which I love, and it's fantastic. I want to say it's $3 or $4, somewhere between $3 and $6. You can get these at Target or you can get these online. This is a phenomenal blush brush. It is important to have a good blush brush because it deposits the color on your skin, and you don't want too much, you don't want too little, you don't want one that's not going to do the job. So if you want to save, I highly recommend this. 2 weeks ago, on a whim, the best whim I've had in a long time, I picked up this Sonia Kashuk brush, and I believe this is considered a powder brush, and I got this from Target. It's number 2. I'll put a direct link to Target so you guys, so there's no confusion, but this is an outstanding blush brush. It feels so good. It even makes an amazing, I kind of want to get one for powder too. So they're both drugstore, but if you want to save, go with the e.l.f. complexion. And if you want a little bit of a splurge, and I promise you won't be disappointed, try the Sonia Kashuk one in number 2. So this is what they look like. This one's quite a bit more fluffy, but you're getting what you're paying for here. To touch on application, there's always so many puns in these videos, and I swear to you, I'm not trying. As far as application goes, I believe a couple of things when it comes to blush. Especially when you're playing with a new blush, tap into it and always tap off on your skin, whether it's like the inside of your forearm or on the top of your hand. You want to know what kind of pigmentation you're dealing with. The more you work with it, the more you'll become familiar, and you can probably skip that step. To this day, I always do it. Taking that to the next idea, when I apply my blush, I never touch down on any of like the front part of my face. It's more the side part of my face. Why? Because this can be blended back into your hairline, and you just blend the color slightly up. If you put it here, blending this, you're gonna get it too close to the nose, and then it's like not where blush is supposed to be, and it's hard to blend out, and it just turns into a mess. So just for safety, I always touch down back here, and then I blend it. I don't ever blend in lines. I kind of touched on this. No, I didn't kind of, I did. I touched on this in depth in my eye makeup blending video. I don't ever use a brush in this motion, even when I contour, I don't ever use a straight edge motion. It's never the windshield wiper motion. I use circles. That's what blending is. That's how you get softness and not harsh lines. The reason you watch this video, this is the best application tip that I can give you guys ever. Some of you probably do it and don't even know you do it, but you guys know that I like the non-traditional colors of blushes, especially I love purples, what I'm wearing today, and I love oranges like NARS Taj Mahal, and sometimes people have a hard time making it work. And it's not that it looks bad on the skin, but it looks like it's out of place. And if you want your makeup to look uniform, and you want that cohesion, and you want all the parts to kind of work together, this is the secret. I'm gonna use an e.l.f. blush brush, which I actually use this for highlight and sometimes to blend out contour. somebody caught me doing this in my last video. I just continue to use my blush brush to do this, and that's normally what I do. Like, I apply my blush and then I touch right over my eye makeup. I don't have it over my eye makeup right now because I'm hoping that when I do it, you guys can see the difference in the camera. But apply your blush, take the residue, take whatever left on the blush brush, and just apply it right over your eye makeup. I mean, this is like requiring no thought. Like, it's not meant to be, this is not scientific, this is not about specific placement. So here's what I'm gonna do. Today I'm wearing a La Femme blush. I think it's called Purple Passion. I'm gonna double check. Yeah, it's called Purple Passion. And it's this really deep dark one here. And now normally when I do this as part of my makeup. When I apply my contour, bronzer, and blush, I do all of these. Like, when I go to contour, I dust whatever is left on my contouring brush over like my brow bone. It's kind of between the crease and the brow bone is the area that you're hitting. So if I'm applying my blush, I don't want to put all of this on, and these La Femme blushes are really, really pigmented. I would apply that, and then I would go over the eye area. Actually, you know what? I want to see if I can do this one eye at a time so you guys can really see the difference. So I'm wearing a neutral eye, and I did a neutral eye because I wanted to make the point that you can do this with any makeup look that you like. Sometimes I will like glide it across my nose and my chin, and that's it. It's almost undetectable. It's a little more intense over the eye area, but I can see the difference in the camera and the viewfinder. Can you guys see the difference? How I brushed the blush over this eye, like it was nothing. It was nothing. And you can definitely build it up if you feel like, okay, I can use a little more. I want to be closer. You don't ever want to match the intensity of your blush. You want to be close to it. The difference, I just did a little bit of blush over this eye and none over this eye. Can you see how, I'm gonna go like this. This half of my face, just everything looks like it goes together. And this half of my face, it doesn't look bad, but it just, it doesn't have the impact that this has. So now you know my secret. I started doing this little trick when I started wearing NARS Taj Mahal, actually, and now it's just kind of part of my routine. And some of you guys have called me out in some of my videos, and hopefully I've replied and I've told you why. Now you know, okay? If you stop watching the video here, you've learned everything that you need to know. Thanks for watching. Give it a thumbs up. Let me know what else you guys want to see. But I'm gonna continue. The next one is about colors. Actually, I hope you guys didn't click off the video because this is really, really good stuff. Oh, I should probably fix mine. Let me fix my eyes and then I'll carry on. Next, we're gonna talk about colors and how I accessorize using my blush. The simplest way is to pull out the color wheel. So in a simple color wheel, like, it doesn't have to have primary, secondary, tertiary, like, you don't have to get that fancy. Here's one really, really basic. And this is how it becomes the basis of how I decide how I wear colors. You guys know my favorite color is blue. So when I'm wearing blue, I am wearing orange-based blushes, or I'm wearing a bronzer that's like warm toned on my cheeks. I get so many questions and it's so funny because people don't even really know what they're asking, where they will say, your makeup just looks great, like, that color pops on you, and yeah, part of it is knowing what colors work the best for you, but the other part of it is how to make colors work better for you. That's the secret. That was really good. I'm gonna write that down somewhere. I made you a blush guide, okay? I'm gonna put this on Pinterest or somewhere accessible so you guys can save it on your phone, but I promise probably in 2 weeks time, it'll be so, you'll be able to recall this on your own. You won't need this, but I wanted to make it easy for you guys. Instead of just listing a whole bunch of colors and saying this goes with this, or look at the color wheel, or glad you watched the video, good luck. At least this is a takeaway. What I do want to mention, and I put these notes at the bottom of the blush guide, was a natural flush colored blush will match everything. That means whatever color you naturally flush will go with everything. There was a Milani blush called, I can't remember what it's called. We're gonna have to do that. Fill it in. an iMovie thing. Unfortunately, it is useless for me to tell you because somebody told me that it was discontinued. But it was one of those that it was like foolproof. Like it was like the color that most people flush and it could work with anything. So you can always default to that shade of, it's like a pink. It's a pink, but it's not a bright pink. The other note that I have on the blush guide, and I want to elaborate on it so that it makes sense, is match the intensity of the blush to the intensity of the color that you're wearing. For example, the yellow that I'm wearing right now is actually, it's coming off almost like this sherbet orange on camera. That's why I reached for the dark purple blush that I went for, okay? That's why I reached for this guy right here. If I was wearing a yellow shirt like this is a different yellow, almost like a neon yellow. I would have gone for a paler purple, a pale purple like this. The second thing to take into account is your skin tone. So I'm medium to dark. As we get into summer, I'll be darker. I'm able to go a little bit darker with the blush that I used, okay? And I can go a little more intense with this and this yellow shirt. But if you have fair skin, that's when you want to use a lighter hand. Fair skin can by all means use this dark purple blush. You just have to do like just a little bit of a sheen, like a light sheen. And on darker skin tone, a light sheen ain't gonna do much for you. So you just go a little bit darker. That's where skin tone plays into all that stuff. Intensity, that's what we talk about, intensity. To give you guys a couple more examples. 2 green shirts. And with green, you wanna do like a pink or a purple blush. And I would do, like, let's say we were gonna do purple, I would do that light purple. I mean, when it's next to it, it's better. So I would do this light purple, really? Purple. And with this dark green, I would do a deeper purple. If you did a lighter purple with the dark green, it's not gonna look bad. But if you do the darker purple with the dark green, it's gonna look better. That's it, just elevating things just a little bit. One last example, of course I had to do this, my blues. A baby blue, which I love baby blue. Like NARS Taj Mahal looks killer with this. NARS Taj Mahal looks killer with this too, but what I'll do is I'll use, for example, this is like, I'll mix NARS Taj Mahal with a bronzer, or I'll mix it with a darker orange-based blush like Russet from La Femme. That's it. I don't have NARS Taj Mahal because it's completely cracked and broken, and I need a new one, and there's no way that I was going to be able to open it and show it. This is probably something that I'll mention in, I have to do a separate video of my favorite blushes. There just isn't enough time to do it here, but Soft Beige by La Femme not only is a quality blush, but this is the kind of blush that you can wear with a red dress, because red dress gets tricky. I tend to go for more of a warm bronzer with a red dress, and that's what I put in my guide, is to just use your bronzer as your blush. Just make it easy for yourself. But Soft Beige is one of those that's like phenomenal. Here's an example of actually a color that would work as a natural flush. It's called Precious Plum, and it actually doesn't pull that plum. It pulls more pink than it does purple. And as you can tell, I haven't touched it very much because I don't do safe. I don't. But yeah, a couple of other things to keep in mind are, this is something that I learned when I was doing wedding makeup. When I was doing the bride's makeup, if she wasn't wearing white, like when she came in to get her makeup done, obviously almost all the time, the dresses were cream or ivory. So if the bride came in and she was wearing a different colored shirt, I would just either say, you know, please bring a white shirt, or do you have a white shirt you can change into? Does one of your bridesmaids have a white shirt you can wear? Or last resort, I would run to usually it was in a hotel bathroom, or a hotel. So I would go to the hotel bathroom, grab a white towel and drape it over her and be like, you don't move, because you are actually correcting colors and using colors that are going to match the landscape, like all of this. So you can either do a clean palette by wearing, you know, maybe wrapping a towel around you down here. I'm reluctant to say put on the shirt that you're gonna wear and then do your makeup, because the point is that you wanna be able to, like, you know, wipe stuff on your hand and not worry about dirtying yourself in the process. But for something like this, what I do is I usually just have like a white baggy shirt that I, on the hour, every hour. Did you guys hear that beep in my sports watch somewhere? I don't know, beeping. I usually just wear something like a white shirt, like a neutral. I like white. It works for me. And then when I go to do blush or lip color, I will, like, before I did my blush and lip color for this, I put this shirt on, and then that changed everything. So I went back and I was able to kind of change intensity of everything and what have you. So yeah, that's how to get the most out of your blush. However you're doing it now is great. You are a star, and you should do it however makes you feel comfortable. But these are like my secrets of, like, if you want to take your blush to the next level and you want to wear a color and you want people to be like, you're glowing and I can't put my finger on it, you can be like, it's the blush, baby. I think that if you understand the concepts about blush, you can apply them to lip color. Yeah, I mean, if you're wearing like a blue shirt, choose a nude that's a little more warm, like that you know, like an orangish nude on your lips. But you don't want your blush and your lip color to compete. So for example, here it's like a touch of purple. It's not a bright purple and then I'm going crazy with my blush. You know what I mean? Like balance everywhere, everywhere. I hope you guys like this video, because I loved making it. These are my favorite types of videos to make. I think I touched on everything. I want everyone to stop watching this video and go put some blush on and blush it over your eyes, your eye makeup, and tell me how that feels, because it'll make a world of a difference in your makeup. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you soon. Love you. Bye. Stacking was putting the dark color, the medium color, the light color. Three-dimensional was putting the light color and then the medium color and then just a little bit of the dark color, right? So more control.